You're listening to Squatch Talks Podcast. Real stories and real encounters told by real researchers. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Welcome back. We are live in the forest. My friend Art and trying something different. We don't usually use a light ring when we're out in the field, you know, doing our research, but hey, we thought this is the only way you're going to actually be able to see us without night vision cameras. So remember, give us a sub and a like, and if you're so inclined, we're always accepting funds, right, to further our research.
Benefactors, we need benefactors.
Benefactors, yeah. Please. And so I want to thank our friends, of course, at the Black Rifle Coffee Company, and our friends at Yeti Brothers, Eli and Ty, doing a great job out there. And remember to go to their yetibars.net and use STP10 at checkout. That'll help us out as well.
Get a discount?
You do. Get 10% off.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a deal.
Free shipping, too, at $75. So.
Okay.
I can't.
So that means run up your sales to $75.
Indeed. It's not hard to do, you know. You get 10 bars, you're there, you know. But now they got the new STP body wash as well. I'm looking forward to trying that out.
Okay.
It's awesome. It's like aqua velva, you know. But hey, enough of the business out of the way. Hope everybody's doing well out there. You know, we're going to be getting out and doing more of this actual out in the field stuff. I got an expedition in Pennsylvania coming up in a week and a half. And I'm looking forward to getting out there and taking some newbies out. And we got some repeaters coming. It's going to be a lot of fun out in the forest. So hopefully we'll get some good material on the expedition. But tonight, we're in a spot which not only have we had Sasquatch activity, but we've had some high strangeness as well, haven't we?
Yes, we have. Paranormal and others.
Including UFOs.
UFOs.
I can't believe it, like right overhead. Remember that?
Yep.
That was awesome. So, you know, tonight the temperatures are good. We both needed a night out in the forest, so here we are. And everything's set up. I'm taking some, what do you call that, star vision photography with the GoPro as we speak. And Art and I both tried out our new digital cameras, and we're able to take some nice shots of the stars as well. We got the Milky Way right overhead. Got a game camera set up over behind Art, and it's focused on some treats I put out for the locals. We've got the digital audio recorders going. I got this one, the stick mic with the Kimbrough audio. Thanks, Charles. And got the H2N on top of the truck, also recording anything that we might pick up. So, hey, the night is young. It's going to be, I think it's a new moon, isn't it?
Close to it, I believe.
So it's going to be dark. So yeah, hence the light ring. But hey, we're trying some neat stuff, and we got this new show going to be premiering soon. Going to be teaming up with our friends at EMI, Eric Mintel and Dominic. We filmed something last week, didn't we?
Yes, we did. Yeah. Had some interesting activity.
Oh yeah. So hey, what are you feeling? You feeling anything?
Right now, I'm not. When we first got here, I thought maybe, you know, I had kind of a feeling that there was something here, but right now it seems to be kind of dead, but that's not uncommon. Right. Many a times it'll start off with, you know, I don't get any feelings of there being any possible activity, and then all of a sudden my spidey senses start tingling, and you know, sometimes we have activity after all. Now, not too long ago, I did hear an interesting kind of a screech sound. I'm not sure what it was. I'm not saying it was a squatch, but that was, you know, that's kind of an indication that we might have something coming on, you know, happening soon. Mm-hmm. So,
hey, remember that night we were here and we heard that what sounded like a lone wolf?
Oh my God. That was, had to have been a coy wolf.
Had to be.
A hybrid between a coyote and a wolf. It started off sounding like a coyote, and it transitioned into this full wolf howl, and it was no more than maybe
50 yards.
Yeah, if it was that,
if that far
from us at this location. And we were both we were both like looking, we could have had our mouths open, like, did you hear that?
Oh,
Obviously we did. It's just like the wildest thing. And we got it on audio, so that was kind of cool.
But the nice thing about this location is the elevation we have on all three sides. There's only an entranceway behind Art that we come in on, and then we've got like the height advantage for the locals, which we feel is going to help, encourage them to come check us out.
Mm-hmm.
So like Art was just saying, we're kind of lit up, which we're not usually. Usually we're just sitting here in the dark, you know what I mean?
But that could be a good thing too.
It could be. So, hey, if you're enjoying it, think about giving us a sub and a like. And if anything happens, we'll bring you along. Hey, Squatchers. 2,330 hours. We're going to take a little hike now and see if we can elicit something. We like to leave the base camp vacant for a while, and hopefully something will come in and check us out, So we're going to go take you with us on a little hike to an area where we got some growls in the past.
Get to the high side over here. Walk that right there.
Yeah, man. Some uneven footing. I got the recorder going back on the truck, and bringing the mic stick with us and the thumb. Don't know how this is going to turn out. I'm going to have to get some better cameras. Art had a suggestion earlier that, we were recording that segment with the light ring, but if you were to be out here with us, I'll give you an example of what it looks like. Okay, that's with our red LEDs, and that's without the red LEDs. So yeah, so no moon, it's pitch black. Where's Art?
You went past me.
There you are. So yeah, we are, pretty much in the dark. Just doing this for your benefit. It's always good not to walk into a tree. But I don't know, it was probably about 8 or 9 years ago, right? We were taking this hike in the area to our right. And what did I do? I tried to push over a tree. Like a widow maker. And what happened? We heard what? 2 growls?
Yes, we did. Yes.
That sounded like like crazy, and it wasn't no nighthawk.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. It wasn't far either. You couldn't see anything, but it wasn't far from us.
And we were on a little narrow trail too. It was just like a fire cut trail, you know. What did we do? We hiked towards it.
Hey, we needed to get out, and that was the way out.
The sensor box.
I was like thinking that was the key. I was like, that's really stupid. It locked in the key. That was like chain, but it's not.
Well, we just hiked down the trail to this pump house. It's also a gauging station, and it's amidst the cedar swamp, which happens to be awesome if you're doing any knock provocations. So maybe we should demonstrate it.
There's a geo marker right here.
There is a geo marker right there, yes.
This is paranormal.
Where's the geo marker? There it is. Got to get it just right when we're doing a provocation.
This is probably about good.
Ready when you are.
Okay. One.
Nice. Cedar trees make some of the best knocking posts. There's something hot on the left hand side here.
Toilet.
Yeah, man. It's something red hot.
Oh, left side. Side on that.
Yeah, man. It's a critter. Gotta be.
Yep.
Got a coyote? Right there. There's a cat.
The cat? You should just be.
Yep, there he goes.
Where?
He's right there. In the woods. There he goes.
Oh, I can't see him. Oh, there it is. Is that a cat or a bunny?
And it's hopping like a bunny.
Yeah. I'm going to turn it with a cat like. Here goes to the talking cat. Hopping down the bunny cat.
There he is. hey, at least we finally saw something. Alright, well, I just caught a small woodland creature on the therm. Turned out to be a bunny rabbit. But hey, it's good to know that the therm's working at least. No responses to Art's wood knocks. We usually like to vacate base camp for a little while. That way we give, the Squatches an opportunity to come in and check us out. Maybe steal some of the food offerings. Still got a lot of insect noise to deal with. Sometimes hampers our ability to record any vocalizations or knocks. How light it is up ahead though.
You know what that is?
Route 70?
No. Beyond that. Joint base.
Oh yeah. How about we try vocalization? Haven't done that yet.
Well, you're the vocalizationizer.
I'm going to try a series of 3 calls, sort of like Matt does on the Finding Bigfoot episode. It's important to be quiet afterwards to capture any responses on the audio. So the first one I did was kind of quiet. That's to hopefully get something nearby to respond. So then the second one's going to be a little bit louder. Woo! And then finally, the third one, I'm going to really belt it out. I'm not hearing anything, are you?
Nothing at all. Except for the insects.
Yeah. Strange, we usually get some coyotes here. Woo! Thought I heard some yotes that time. I'm hearing something. This mic stick also, in addition to recording the audio, acts as a bionic ear. Alright, let's head on. So we are hiking back up the trail to the base camp now. And typically we like to therm as we come in to see if anything is visiting us in camp. So Art's using the AGM Micro SP 384 with recording capability. See something?
The head base of a tree. It's really very white, like it's hot.
Yeah, actually I see something like glowing over there. Is that a trail marker? Game camera. You still see it?
Wow, this is see the heat of the tree, and the bark itself is cool. So it forms this really strange pattern. But it is natural.
While you were telling me that story, though, about your brother, I saw a pinpoint white light behind my truck. And then after you finished the story, I saw another one on the opposite side. And, you were telling me it's when when you're not focused on something or concentrated, right?
Yeah, most definitely. I think
and you open up, right?
Yep. You open up your mind when you're not concentrating on something specific, and then, bam, it'll happen. I think those lights are energy. Most of them are just little balls of energy, pinpoints of energy, if you will. But some of them, on the other hand, from things I've observed with squatches and the eye glow that everyone talks about, I honestly think that some of them are also squatches. The eye glow, the eye lights of squatches. I'm not sure how that works, but if they're like interdimensional, like people talk about, then and they maybe are not physically in our dimension, but somehow they can see into our dimension, and that's why we're seeing those little pinpoints of light. But that's, I think, probably the minority. I think majority of them are just like energy ball, energy lights.
But you were telling me, though, also earlier, like when you had that experience about a year ago, right? And you saw those pinpoints of light, you really feel like it was coming from the eyes of them. And so, like, I've heard that from other witnesses, too, and other researchers have talked about seeing, like, almost like laser beams coming out from their head. You know what I mean? Like two beams of light.
Very intense light.
Very intense. And I just have never experienced that. But, I had that one occasion, too, where I had that one solid white, like a headlamp. Right.
That was a big light, right?
It was a
Yeah. That's
like a baseball.
That definitely has to be an energy ball or something.
And it didn't just blink. It was there. I'm watching it. And then it slowly went down and extinguished.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That was my aha moment where I was like, there's got to be something else, And that's really what first opened me up. And then ever since then, like you said, I've been like receptive, and that's when it happens. Yeah. Crazy though. But I mean, we haven't been to this location in a while, and with the recent forest fires not far from here, who's to say, they may have moved to a different location. But yeah, tonight was pretty quiet, I will say that.
Yeah.
But hey, it was good.
Yeah, and you know what? That was a good hike we had, although we didn't have any activity on the hike. And we do not know what may have occurred here while we were on the hike.
Have to review the audio.
And hopefully maybe something did come in and visit base camp while we were going.
The food bag's still here, so.
Oh. Yeah, well,
and
they may not like what you left here.
My Yeti mug is still here too, so I'm gonna have some of my Black Rifle coffee, Cactus Squatch, from our friends at BRCC. I'll be drinking some of that on the expedition in a couple of weeks.
And what about, when is that expedition?
The 28th of September.
And that will be in Pennsylvania?
In PA, this time in PA. So.
Are there still openings available for that, or has it been closed?
No, I had to close registration. You know me, I don't like to have it out of control. So we got about 20 people.
Wow.
That's enough.
Yeah, it's manageable.
It's manageable, and I got a few, I got Patty and hopefully Tony, her brother. I think Eric is coming, Patty's husband, and we got Robert DeLye.
Now, that's an active area, correct?
There
has been activity there in the past.
Oh, for sure.
That's great. That's really cool.
And it's just a beautiful area too. So I mean, when we were there The first time, there were two newbies. These two ladies had taken a little walk around base camp in the morning, and they saw something that freaked them out. An auburn-colored arm and shoulder.
What?
Yeah. And they came running back into camp, and Nathan and I were sitting there with Heather and a couple of people, and they're like, yo, that happened at the bowl, remember?
Yeah. Yeah. Odd, I would expect it to be coming from behind us. If it was a jet.
Dude. Same kind of sound, you know? Like a rumbling. Wow, anyway.
Yes.
They came back into base camp, and they told us that they had this experience, and there was a smell associated with it as well.
Is that right?
Uh-huh. They wound up they got some kind of excuse that they had to go home early that afternoon.
Now, that's not the first time that has happened on an expedition.
No. They did leave. And it was, I think that night, or the next night maybe, I forget, at Dead Woman's Hollow, where we recorded those howls. Like, within 5 minutes of getting to our, initial location. And that was the night I saw the headlamp. So crazy area. And looking forward to getting out there and meeting new people. And we'll do a track casting demo, of course, and have our trivia contest.
Mm.
I have to change up the order, I think, on those questions you made up.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's always fun to have especially a newbie who came from a far distance, be the recipient of the prize.
Yes, that's always good.
Yeah, in June at the Pine Barrens, we had Sarah win, remember?
Yes, I do.
Sarah won the patty cast, and she went home, promptly framed it in a picture box with the description and everything. That was pretty cool. And Bobby got the Pine Barrens one. He came in second.
Yeah, unfortunately, I was not able to stay for the duration of that expedition, but it was a good group of people.
Oh, yeah.
Had fun time. You got to do some new stuff.
We got to do the water ops.
Yep, we did the canoeing.
Mm-hmm.
And that was really cool.
First time in the Pine Barrens doing that.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll have to, now that we've gotten a little experience with that, we'll do it again, in the future.
Is there anything you can do at this Pennsylvania expedition along those lines?
There's a reservoir not far from base camp. Yeah.
Really?
The only issue would be acquiring the vessel to do it in.
Yeah.
Because I'm not bringing my canoe 4 hours.
I guess I understand that.
But
that sounds interesting, because there have been expeditions you were on where you were on a lake and there was activity on the beach.
On the bank, yeah. Yep. We got Patty was with me.
Yeah,
and that was
Patty.
The Patty's the good luck charm. We think it's art now, though, but we might have to get them both together.
Well, I wasn't in New York,
no.
So it's not. That wasn't me.
Dude, it was my first water night op.
Yeah.
And literally within a few minutes of getting to the location, she's got a image of a upright figure on the fireman therm. Because I didn't bring anything good with me, because we were afraid of getting, drowned. Unbelievable. We had that thing on the therm for 2.5 minutes.
That's amazing.
And watched it glide up the hill silently.
That's the amazing part of it.
I would love to repeat that, but we don't have hills around here. But in PA we do. But this reservoir that we're going to also potentially be at, we've had groups set up there. I've done a night op there with my team, actually. That has the potential, so I can maybe finagle that.
That would be good.
That would be good, yeah. But we got a couple of ideas. I'm going to be getting up a little late. Unfortunately, Heather was able to work out something with her schedule, but she wasn't sure she was going to make it at first. And I've gone without her before, but it's nice to have somebody to keep you warm at night in the tent when you get back, So she managed to get off those days, but has to work Thursday morning into the early afternoon. So hey, I got some helpers that'll help, get base camp set up. I'll get there in the early evening and we'll do our thing.
Well, that sounds good. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to make that one, but I wish you the best with that.
We will have you there in spirit.
All I can ask for.
But hey, tonight was fun.
Yeah, it was. And really, it was a very relaxing night. We didn't really seem to have any activity, at least nothing major, maybe a couple minor things. But it's just getting out here into the woods at night. I haven't been out in a couple of months. Mm-hmm. And it's always good to get out here. Pine Barrens are really a magical place. And I know a lot of people don't have the opportunity to get out here, but if they do, it's truly an amazing forest. A lot of cool things happen out here.
Remember to pick up after yourselves. Leave no trace.
That is true.
All right? And only you can prevent forest fires.
Wildfires now. Now he says wildfires.
Wildfires. But now, hey, we're going to hopefully do more of this stuff coming up. So stay tuned and stay safe. Thanks for checking out this episode of Squatch Talks Podcast. Don't forget to subscribe, follow, and give us a like. And stay tuned for more exciting stories on Squatch Talks.